side.
Setting up towards the middle with the bomb up in the hallways. A lot can change from here, but if it stays this way, especially with the double smoke that they have, could be just a B execute where you try and put some pressure from the catwalk as well. Ooh, that's going to be a really deep, I guess, top connector smoke coming in. Landing behind Nikodos. Yeah, nicely done. So that's going to give them some space in the middle. See how quick they want to be. Molotov into the window. I'm guessing, yeah, they will try and sandwich it. But there are 3 people here ready to defend. Can they land a flashbang on this double setup at the corner? That's probably... Oh, wait a minute. They actually just put Sin in there and wait. Now, this is a little bit interesting.
Okay.
They escorted him into the middle.
Okay, this is kind of cool. They're making Fnatic sweat a little bit, although they're not budging for the moment. Nikodos has fallen all the way out towards CT spawn to keep an eye on the murder hole to make sure nobody can wrap onto the B bomb site. Sin would be a late flank up catwalk, hopefully while Crims and Roy are distracted towards halls. Question becomes, how fast can Nikodos get here?
Yeah, you're right. He has to leg it right when he hears the first call coming out. There's the smoke in the air. Flash on Tabson. That's all they have, and they need a clean entry. Good. Grenade going down. That's going to give them so much damage already on the T side. Tabson getting a kill, and look at Crims fighting left and right. Another headshot before he has to reload. That's a beautiful round. Crims with the quad kill. He just slayed all of them coming into the bomb site.
Absolutely massive from Crims. That's a huge step up. That's actually a really cool strat that Big just did to get Sin in that kind of a position, and it worked perfectly. Sin had him distracted, missed the shot, missed the opportunity on Crims. He had the chance for it. I don't know if it would have turned the round. As you mentioned, there were a lot of bodies. Nikodos was here quickly. He was ready to go, but that is a beautiful shot from Crims. Just a well put together round.
Very, very nicely done. And as you pointed out, I mean, it might not seem like a lot, but they held that setup in the B-bomb site, even though they kind of didn't know what was going on. So they're going to be thankful they did that. There is a Galil in play. There are some Deagles. This is still a dangerous round, especially with the start like that. Crimbo going to be taking down Fashara for the Palace. And down in the bomb site, Nikodos is on his own, fighting at 3 or 4 different angles. And eventually he's going to get overrun. So now more rifles given over to the T side. They're quick on the... Oh, wait. They actually come off the bomb plant. They lost control of CT spawn. This could be a little bit of an issue, although nobody from the Fnatic side is rotating through middle or jungle. Wow, there's a lot of space for Big to retreat and escape from this plant with.
This is a very weird round. Fnatic's gonna go for this. Let's see if they've got it. They have a kit. They do have a smoke for the bomb as well. They've got a lot of kills to find out before that becomes a reality. There's the first and the step forward afterwards.
Wow, this retake's looking amazing right now. Caught switching weapons and from a 4 versus 3 into a 1 versus 3. And like you pointed out, that smoke on top, especially with the Deagle. I don't know how you meant to do this. He needed another bullet and he can't quite find it. What a retake from Fnatic. That actually looked very, very hard to do.
Yeah, but it never should have gotten to that position, so that's still going to be, I think, frustrating. It's a sigh of relief, obviously, but the first player going down to Crimbo is one thing. Nikodos was just kind of abandoned by some flat plays from his teammates. The first player going down, Roy on the cross didn't have a single piece of utility in his face and just missed the spray, and that allows them to close the gap on Nikodos, unfortunately, within the bomb site. So a great round from Big, and with 3 kills in a plant, they're going to reinvest into this. They know they've got the economy in a very, very sketchy position for Fnatic's defense. They want to apply some pressure, see if it collapses.
Not at all a bad choice. Does come with a risk, obviously. If you go for this kind of play on the big side, sometimes you can kind of keep playing round after round after round where you don't have quite what you want, but you feel like you have to do it, as you said, to apply pressure to the CT side economy. You can almost bait yourself into a position where you never have like a really strong round. But we'll see. It's a little bit too early to judge at the moment.
Crims and Mezzi to defend the B bomb site. It looks like they want to go for a stack on the double boxes. A chance for Crims to find an early kill. Keto's going to be the one walking around the corner. Ooh, he's got to be careful about the bench as well. There's the jump. Oh, flashbang. He gave it away, but they know what's coming.
They got to be careful. They're getting sandwiched from behind. They actually knocked out Crims. He should be dead here. Surely. They're walking up behind him. He's got almost no shot, but he's going to get one more kill. Oh, he's doing so much work. That's the bomb down to Roy on the other side. Now they have to get out there, try and recover the bomb. I can't believe Crims lived that long and got the double kill on top.
And they can challenge on catwalk. There's the smoke down. Nikodos going to put some spam in, hope for a little bit of luck. Good nade. Crimbo's tagged up, but the real X factor is Roy, who's pushing underpass just now. He actually slowed it down. He actually came back. There could have been a much better, more beneficial timing for him, but they've got an advantage in the retake. No kits, but a 3-on-2.
I think both the kids are right now out of the connector or a catwalk, so they should be able to pick those up getting into the bomb site. But they're so close, Fnatic already. Crimbo, good headshot. Sin on the follow-up, and now this flank from Roy. It's going to be obvious, and they're going to know about it. Sin just getting out of the line of sight. Yeah, this is a very, very tough round now for Roy to win. He needs a quick kill to make it a one-on-one, and that boat is already sailed. Sin to get the last one. Big will win a very unlikely round. I actually can't believe it. When Crims got that double kill out there, I thought that was it, especially with the bomb lost.
I'm surprised they went back for that boost. That was a huge mistake. When that flashbang comes around the corner, that's meant to take catwalk control, and they take a big risk going back forward, and they pay the price. You got to say, I mean, smart play from Crims as well. He maintained aggression on catwalk instead of trying to fall back into the bomb site. He knew if anyone was coming through halls, he would have been done, and that was lining up to be a B split. So a good double kill, but Fnatic still can't sustain the round. So they've got to fight back with FAMAS and SMG, 3 pistols. And they've invested everything into the round. So big, that pressure, that breaking point comes early for him.
It's definitely very satisfying when you take that slight risk. And this time they're going to be, actually, looks like they're going to be more aggressive towards the B bomb side. That makes a lot of sense. Worst, oh my god. What a shot from Mezzi. Can we get another one? A little bit close with the MAC-10, so Searson's going to be able to eliminate that threat. But I was going to say, a little bit safer rushing the B bomb site when you know they're not going to have that many grenades.
Oh, that's precision from Tapson. Great follow-up onto Roy. Quick double kill. And Crims, you got nothing to do, baby. Just back off. Save the FAMAS.
You in the mood for a Tapson game?
I wouldn't mind one. I'm always in the mood for a Tapson game, to be honest with you. He is one of those players that just is like, it's just fun to watch when he dominates.
Yeah.
But he's just, I mean, as the in-game leader, he's not putting himself in a position to do it ever.
No, it's not his role, but I feel like every once in a while, you get that's why it's even more delicious. A rare treat, you know, you're like, oh, we show up to, oh, it's a Tapson day today. And it can be really wild. Mechanically, he is still very, very skilled.
It's like Korean barbecue. He's like, oh, I would like some Korean barbecue today.
Can't remember ever feeling like that's not a good idea. Yeah, MAC-10 up here, really good stuff.
Yeah, it would have been cool if Mezzi could have got another one, but not to be in this round. 2-2, and Fnatic have to just kind of play with what they've got. The FAMAS on Crims, that's it.
Yeah, this is quickly turning into a pretty good start on Big's map pick. They're loving it. Timeout.
By Big.
That's interesting.
You have to. That might be a little bit of confusion within the team, maybe in freeze time, maybe a little bit of panic setting in the comms and what the call is, because I think Fnatic's going to be like, great, we'll take you spending a timeout here. Around where they only have USPs.
Yeah. Oh, Gobby's been listening to the team and maybe heard some kind of communication or something. Or like,
yeah, didn't like the attitude.
Yeah. Calm everything down a little bit here. Single FAMAS on the Fnatic side. So they stay a little bit dangerous in this upcoming round, but should still be a little bit easier for Big to play around with. Very much leaning at the moment, it feels like, towards the B bomb side. It's kind of early on, but yeah, and just as I say that, they are setting up for more of a default A. With just for Shah here, I mean, there's not a lot to do. Strong mid presence from Fnatic.
Yeah, and that FAMAS is in the window, the only weapon that could really have the kind of impact that could change the round. So Crims won't be involved in the action. Full set piece from Big. Even Molotoving this position.
Yeah, sandwich or get right if you're feeling real old school about it.
Feeling frisky.
Yeah, they just scale onto the bomb site very, very quickly. Worth it, for those of you at home watching, anytime you watch Mirage, whether in this game or anything else, try and take a look at how the T's actually get onto the A bomb site, if they kind of hug the wall close to Tetris and close to Sandwich, where they just threw the Molotov, or if they swing a little bit deeper and they actually sort of, you know, head towards CTs. But a lot of different ways to attack the same bomb site, and with very similar grenades, right? Some teams I've noticed almost exclusively get close to the stairs. This is really expensive, isn't it?
Are they going to go for it now? There's time still.
They don't have the kid.
True, but why not? The bomb's planted away from Tapson, not at Tapson's position. Oh, that's a good kill to get. Traded off. This is expensive now. This is a very cool round from Fnatic that they're able to make, make it really, really difficult on Big. You hate to see that. A 2-on-5 in the post plan, and they made it doable.
Yeah, if Gob hadn't just used a timeout, I'm sure maybe this would have been a time to do it again and be like, come on, guys. You know, why?
He's probably thinking it right now.
Yeah. You know how much that can ultimately swing the half. But 3-2. It is still in favor of Big. They do win the round. But the problem is Fnatic are able to buy into this next one.
If Crims gets that one, Fnatic have a real shot at it.
Yeah, they could have.
Because the only post-plant defense was coming from Palace, and he could have easily held that for the defuse. Really, really sketchy. Nikadaz with the op, and he was a beast on overpass.
Yeah, see if that's going to turn the tide here in favor of Fnatic once again. He is smoked off. And Sin's getting a lot of excellent control. Oh, and the kill on Roy. This is such an opening. Anytime you see any T's that get to top connector like that, especially without being noticed, that is a really powerful position. And even walk through the smoke right in here. This bomb site's about to fall. I don't know what Fashar could do at this point in time. He's going to come back out for it, but he gets off the target a little bit early, and Nikodos is actually behind him. They get the kill on Sin as well. I can't believe it. One mistake, and this bomb site gets wiped out. But so far, they've held it. 3-on-3 now, and some backup is coming in.
Kito's with a bomb, though, and he's holding for this flank, so he's going to have to give this up eventually.
Yeah.
As long as Fnatic doesn't make a mistake in CT spawn, they have a decent position here, because now the window room and jungle are going to open up, although obviously Mezzy can't know that. Can't possibly know that. 3-on-3.
Yeah, nobody wants to be planting the bomb with 22 health, so going to be throwing it over instead. And actually, ultimately, to Crimbo. Flash comes out to try and buy some time. It's a nice shot onto Crims, but he still wins the fight somehow. And now Sis, and how quick is he going to be on that flick? You know Nikodos is going to be there on top, and he's that quick. Taking him down 2-on-2 and still holding that bomb. Sisson, absolutely deadly, and right through the box. He's going to drop Crims. That is exactly how you want to see Sisson play.
Yeah, I don't think there was enough bait for Nikodos to really take that kind of a peek. I thought he was going to jump up all the way on top and go for a double peek, because obviously Searson's position had been given up. What great shooting from Searson, and that's the difference. That's the other conversation. Felt him look a little bit shaky on overpass, not comfortable with the timings, not a map they play very well, not comfortable with the angles. This one here delivers a stunning triple kill.
Yeah, it's really well done. 4-2. It's still an expensive round for Big, but it's going in the right direction, and it's costing Fnatic a lot early on.
You can see it was Kita's turn for Fnatic to get involved in the conversation, the coach of Fnatic, trying to get them back to the winning ways. Look at these shots. That's the peak from Nikadaz. He tagged Crims earlier. And a great adjustment. He knows he's got to manage two different angles. And just for good measure, through the box. No chance for Crims.
Yeah, that's absolutely excellent. Tabson quick on that A ramp. That is... I love doing that. You get that spawn towards the A ramp.
Yeah, you're a big fan of that peak?
Especially with the deagle, but you've got to call it out in spawn, you know?
You do have to call your shot on that one.
It doesn't count. I'm going to run an A and shoot someone. Just you guys wait, I'll do it.
You don't get any credit if you don't. Oh, okay.
Oh, that's a kill.
That's a follow-up. Nice shot from Fasher.
And Big electing to wait this one out a little bit. Some of these other rounds when they've known that there was going to be a low or really no buy on the Fnatic side, they've been pretty quick to just try and punish them at a bomb site. But this time, bomb dropped a little bit further back, and they're edging their way across the map slowly. Gotta be careful about the deagles though. Mezzy, slight off angle if they don't throw any flashes here.
Fnatic's leaning towards this B bomb site. Their fourth player has just joined up over in Market. This is a great defensive setup that they have for the moment, and that's going to make it even better. 48 seconds on the clock. Tabson's up next. Oh, Mezzy spotted it. He shot a little bit too early, but he's brought Tabson down low, just one bullet away from death, and steps in front of the Molotov as well.
See, it feels like he knows Tabson, but it doesn't really matter. He was already low. Nice shot from Sin. They're trying to claw their way back. They don't want to give up this round Big. 2 versus 3, and hiding back behind the bench is Nikodos. A little bit awkward because he misses the first shot, but he'll make up for it in Mezzy to save the round. That is a giveaway. Big, they've had a lot of casualties in some of the previous rounds, and this one, they just outright lose.
Yeah, I mean, just great deagle shooting as well. The first one up in middle onto Keto. I mean, from there, just one digs across the board. Nice play from Mezzy on Catwalk. Solid from Fnatic. And that was Big, very passively entering some of these fights. Tabson got put on the back foot. Sin was overextending due to desperation. And a brilliant turnaround. You can see what it means to Crims. Timeout taken. Again from Big. Gabi's really not liking what he's seeing early on in this map.
Yeah, something is up. Although, as you pointed out, they did use almost like 3 timeouts in a row nearly on
the second
overpass.
half, yeah, on overpass.
So he's not afraid to burn some of the timeouts just to make sure that the mentality is where it needs to be. Fnatic, obviously the dream of ending this in a 2-0 fashion, the way that this has started, it's not impossible at all, but it's a little bit more of a tough start than I'm sure they would have hoped for. 4-3. Still some money to play around with on the big side. They go for some of the half buy here, staying dangerous with the one AK-47. So Fnatic will have to respect it a little while longer. It looks like it's going to be pretty quick towards this A bomb site. A smoke and just flashes going over the wall. And I don't see them slowing this one down. There's not really any purpose to once you've thrown out the nades. See what the counter grenades can do from the Fnatic side. Crim's bit of a lineup. Actually, casualty there for tabseN. He was, I think, the last man in, but still went down. Yeah, solid defense. The flashes don't really do that much. And this is one of those rounds where they try to take the flight path going really close to the Tetris boxes instead of swinging into the bomb site. Because they probably wanted to get close and take that fight. Again, very expensive on the side of Fnatic, but they win the round.
Yeah, too expensive. Way too expensive for the situation they were in after Crims. That's painful. Big will be more than happy with that one. They bought a single AK to help limit the economy, but it's the P250 that does the work at the end of the day. Tech pause being called. Nothing crazy, just the FPS bug.
Happens every once in a while.
Yeah.
We know how to fix it.
Every so often. We have the technology. We have the information.
What would you like to see change from Fnatic so far? What is what's something that you feel like maybe is I don't know, could be improved?
I think they're okay at the moment. I would like to see some of these rounds, like the round that we just saw right there, a little bit sloppy. I think there's been a couple instances of individuals. A previous round, the second round, that was almost lost by Fnatic. He had a messy spray that allowed Tech9 to close the gap into the A bomb site. Now here against these pistols, it would just be nice in these kinds of rounds that Fnatic's building their economy instead of taking too much damage.
Yeah, so a way to try and actually build something. You see, yeah, I mean they have a little bit now, but
Big's dangerous on this map, obviously. So I mean, you're kind of in a situation where you know you're going to take some losses when the guns are out. You know they're going to be tactically very strong and put you in weird positions. So make sure you have as much money as possible. Great shot from Searson, stepping into the flames.
That is so cool.
Now, Big isn't a great team at converting 5-on-4s. There's something around like 30-some% that they convert 5-on-4s. It's not pretty. They're towards the bottom end here in the Legend stage.
How's that even possible? That's confusing to me. That might actually be worth diving into a little bit deeper. Normally, I would say not that the whole round hinges on just the opening, but it tends to be a great vector to figure out what's going to happen for the rest of it. They lose the second player, though, unfortunately. So 5 versus 3.
I'm just kidding. That is wrong. I have that backwards. It's 68%. I had it, you know.
All right.
I did the subtraction incorrectly.
That's fine. I'm glad you checked.
I did double check, because that sounded a little silly coming out of my mouth when I said it. I think I listed off the 4v5%, which would make more sense.
Okay. I don't know what the average is for that, so maybe that's the other thing to figure out.
Well, I mean, for context, the best team in the tournament is NaVi at 5v4s, and it's 86%.
Okay. All right. 3-on-3 in this one with the bomb plant, and I like this position for Crimbo. Very hard to retake when someone's in the jungle. Even harder when tabseN has picked up the AWP duties from CSGO who already out of the round, so that'll shut it down. Nothing that Crims could do about this. Just walk away. 5-4 in favor of Big. They're putting together a really great opening half here. Yeah, that's tempting. He's going to be allowed to get it, so...
Yeah, he's just making sure he's not getting pushed upon. There's the turn. Just checking out the dead body as well. A 5th round for Big. And this is where those P250 kills get really painful. Because look how many... I mean, you have MOUZ, you have Nikodos with money behind him, Crims also as well, especially with the AWP, but those other two players, those are some of the 2 deaths they take in that initial round. Or that against those pistols. Those are the ones who can't rebuy.
Timeout again. This time Fnatic.
This time, yeah. Both teams using 2 timeouts in the first, you know, we've had 4 timeouts in the first 9 rounds of play.
It makes sense to me if you get a feeling as a coach that if you do it at the right time here, you get to rattle off a bunch of rounds and you get a little bit of an upper hand in the game. The downside is obviously if it goes all 30 rounds or even overtime, and now you just have no breaks, you can't get any input from your coach any longer. That's where things get real rough. But that problem hasn't really happened yet, so I guess we'll see if it's gonna come back to bite them later on. Still missing Nikodos a little bit with the AWP in this one. He's got 3 kills so far in the first 9 rounds. It'd be nice to see him defensively. Again, it's such a luxury on the CT side if you just get that one opening AWP shot and then you try and build something behind it. Wow, tabseN's on a solo mission. He's keeping 3 people occupied. They need to go to the A-bomb side right now. I don't know if they can know that, but If they hit this, then Tabson's done a great job. And he doesn't even die. He's just fallen back and is throwing smokes to try and annoy them and just... Oh, my God.
That's close. What a flick down from Nikadoz. However, smoke walls are up. Oh, another one for Nikadoz. That's beautiful. He's found a gap in it right around the edge. Big's in trouble. 5 on 3, make it 4.
Searson's now being wheeled in. That gap is still there, but he finds the shot. I can't believe it. They brought it back into a 2-on-2 for Shar and Messi. Trying to look over. That is a great one-way, but he can't complete the kill. I think he might have ducked. Keto still goes down, and it's on Searson, and he doesn't want to let them onto the bomb site so they can smoke. He wants to be there. Look at this relocation. They have no idea. This is a sick play. He is mind gaming Fnatic at the moment. They have no idea where he is. I love everything about it, Searson. Another couple of seconds, and he's going to find the kill on for Shar, but Messi is right there. Oh, that was beautiful from Searson. You're not easily going to see that. Almost everyone would have been so scared to make that play.
No, it took a little bit long to come to fruition, though. But you're right, it is an absolutely beautiful play, and it's by no fault of his own. It's just a long route to have to run. And the two Fnatic players clear every other eventuality, so Messi is heads up and he's aware, but boy, does that almost turn. You're seeing the impact of Searson that we did not get on Overpass.
True.
The triple kill to win around just a couple ago. This here, some extra kills right at the end. Money for Fnatic is in a brutal place. They're fighting just to stay alive, just to be able to continue buying. Nikadoz, good adjustment. Keto is paused due to the flashbangs.
Yeah, that was very awkward. I think a nade landed on him as well, and then as he came out of the smoke, he was flashed, and it was just all downhill. Crim's there to all to make sure the AWP doesn't get overrun. So they're a very comfortable round. You mentioned earlier you'd like to see Fnatic come out with not too many casualties. This is an amazing opportunity for it. Only one death on their side as they take the lead once again.
Finally, and they should be able to kind of build up behind this as well because Big have nothing to fight with. They're stuck right around 2,000 on 4 of their players, so it should actually be one of the rare rounds where it's only unarmored Glocks. Now, as much as the difficulties that Fnatic have had, they're in the midst of a 4-1 run at the moment, so this defense starting to look good. Even with some of that shakiness.
Glocks all across the board. On the Big side, a rare occurrence in today's Counter-Strike.
Yep. But it has to be done. It's the only option.
Let's see if they can take out a bomb hunt on the B-bomb side is what it looks like. Put some pressure on, try and draw everyone over here. You have to get kills though, or at least put a lot of pressure on for everyone to move out of B, and as you guys can plainly see, that's not happening at the moment.
Oh, perfect for Fnatic. 4 players survived in the previous round, 5 in this one. They've got at least a 1-round buffer behind them in terms of their money. That makes you feel so much more comfortable, so much more chill. Crims is leading the way. You mentioned you wanted a Tabson game. How about a Crims game?
I mean, the fact that Crims can still do what he's doing after such a long career, I still think is probably, I know we talk about it on a semi-regular basis, I still feel like it's really underrated. A lot of other players from his era of Counter-Strike have long since quit playing this game and moved on to other things. Crims is still here.
Oh, Crims is under pressure. Speaking of which, let's see all that experience come to fruition. Trying to hold on to this B-bomb site.
Yeah, trying to buy the time with the flashbang. He's going to get the kill. Now, grenade on the other side and eventually gets run down, but he did do a lot to buy time. Searson escapes for the smoke, but comes back to haunt Fashar, and that's not bad. Almost with the double there. Could have maybe landed it on Tabson, but a 3-on-3. Mezzi's kind of close, and look at the nades training in. They're actually forcing them out into the FAMAS that was waiting for them. 2-on-2. They could make an escape. They could run with this bomb to A.
Well, Tabson can't. Keto might be on his own. Tabson might be saying, I'm going to stick around here. I'm going to try and find a fight. You make the play. You make the run. Let's see what happens. And Nikadoz is taking a very shallow angle. He's caught him. Good peek out. Nikadoz, is he going to turn his attention, turn his gaze? One chance at it. And not going to spam the box. So Plant will go down.
Yeah, but the fact that they know a little bit earlier than they otherwise would have. And
due to Nikadoz's angle at the moment, he's also saying he's to the left. He did not go spawn. That's one position we don't have to worry about.
Deagle in a 1 versus 2 down here. I don't know how that's going to meant to be playing out. Maybe if they stack on top of each other, but otherwise, they should be able to trade this kill. He's waiting for a long time. They both have kits. They have smokes as well, so they're going to put that up, and that makes it a lot harder for Keto. Flash does nothing. He's going to come swinging out. Wait a minute. Maybe there is a way. He almost has the angle. Roy takes him down through. That could have worked out. That actually could have been a round. And Fnatic will barely make it out.
Yeah, you get that kill. You pull out the knife. You jump right back into the smoke because the bomb timer was so deep. Very, very narrow victory for Fnatic, but it's another one. Now 6-1 run. for Fnatic CT side here on Mirage, and they're going to switch things up. Switching into a double op setup, and I don't even know if... Can Crim's op? You just mentioned how long of a career he's had.
He can do it all.
Can he do it?
He can do whatever he wants.
I mean, he can do it. Is he good at it?
Let's find out. We'll put it to the test. He's been thrown into the deep end. It's Nikodos to start with, taking down Sin, and he actually had no backup here. I mean, he had someone throwing flashes for him, but apart from that, he was very much on his own, and he sticks around for a lot longer than anyone would recommend.
Yeah, that's not a loss you need to take. That one will be frustrating for Nikodos. Frustrating for Fnatic as they move around the map and try and regain position. Crims has his op over in Palace, patiently waiting. Searson with his at top middle. He's joined by Tabson. Crimbo's going to be there shortly to pick up the bomb. Keto's moving into Palace position, so Crims might have a chance after all to show his prowess.
And you're not going to be expecting an op around this corner of your Keto, right? You know you got Nikodos in the middle, so the last thing you're worried about is someone holding this deep angle with an AWP at the least. He's still shoulder peeking it out, and that's good, but not good enough. Crims will drop him, and that's a nasty surprise waiting for him.
Big's rotating right back into it, though, because they're saying, okay, if Crims gets that kill, maybe they call this safe. Maybe they say, you know, just one player. But no one's rotated off. In fact, Roy's just gotten closer.
Somewhat limited on the nades for the Fnatic side, but they're kind of in the right position. And it's hard to come up the ramp at the moment when you know the orb is behind you. You have to just worry about that. If they get Fashar, might be a little bit different. That's so dangerous. They do tag him, but they don't get the kill quite. And now backup is going to be called in for Roy coming through the jungle. He's been smoked off for the minute. And over the catwalk, Mezzi surely taking quick steps to get here. 15 seconds on the clock. Roy with a headshot. Searson trying to make his way through. He took so much damage before he even got there. 11 seconds now. And Crimbo, there's no way. He can't do anything right now. Yeah, and he's paranoid, and for good reason.
He's trying to get away before the time runs out. Crims is, oh, not going to go down. Not going to go down, but he should after the time. He's looking for the follow-up fight. They want to take this away. No bonus money for Crimbo.
Ouch. That's painful.
And plenty of money on Fnatic to recover the AWPs they lost in the round. No big deal for the last round of the half. Crimbo's only got 1,800 bucks.
It's an interesting round to think about, both in terms of obviously Big not knowing about the double op setup, but then also the problem of trying to attack the bomb site while not having control of Palace. You can just see how awkward that is.
They handled it well, right? They Molotov'd out his position. Ooh, Crims is here again. All right. Rinse and repeat, baby. It's Keto.
Yeah, but they're a lot closer this time. And he's also got Sin a little bit further back. It's a flashbang drop that they could actually use to fight Crims with, but it's dropped a little bit further back, so that's unfortunate.
Keto's coming early.
Yeah, but Crims has got the angle for it. And again, it's going to go his way. So to answer your question, at least that kind of AWPing, he's going to feel comfortable
At
with.
least in this one part of the map. Things look good.
That's all you need. Hold the angle. And they're going to flash their way through, but deep off angle here for Bashar, and they just, yeah, if he had more bullets, probably would have been a triple. Searson will take him down in return, but this is a tough round for B to do anything in. 2 versus 4 right now.
Yeah, and they're so huddled up in this choke point. They have not been able to move out. Smoke flash on Searson, that's it. Not a whole lot of utility for Fnatic, but they know exactly where Big is.
Yep, Crims showing up. Nice double in this one. He's up to 19 kills. What a brilliant first half he's had already. Tabs it alone. And again, like you said, the position is already revealed, so no surprises from here on out. Smoke is up, so at least they could try that, but Tabs is feeling so pressured right now. And Crims sneaking in. He knows, I think he heard the scope. Oh, he's so screwed. Crims will take him down 10-5.
2-0 in this Legend stage, but on the verge of slipping down to 2-2.
Scary stuff, no doubt. Yeah, you'd love to be able to put this stage behind you and just focus on the champion stage. But for a Big, that's a little bit further away. So cool to see Crims all the way up there. 20 kills in the opening half of this one. That's truly remarkable. Sin probably hearing some footsteps. Smoke is up. There is a gap. Tabson, though, to open it up with a beautiful, crisp headshot down the middle. He's going to be dropping Mezzi, and they found Roy as well. So far, the defense, at least they've got some good information. The bomb is also dropped at the bottom of Connector, so that's very awkward. Crims, though, getting an opening now and fighting back, and it's a 3-on-3. There's still plenty of time. They don't really have to panic on the Fnatic side, and especially with this position, Crims sneaking in and nearly getting the drop on the Keto.
Oh, he knows exactly what's going on. He knows exactly where everyone's positioned. P250 now to help him out. They need to find these kills in middle. There's a minute remaining. They don't need to push it too hard, but these are going to be tough frags to find. And Crimbo as well. They never knew about him. Good trade from Fosher.
Yeah, he's feeling lonesome as well. Oh, Crimbo! That's a nice headshot. Good double for him in the middle. And Nikodos, plenty of time.
He knows where both are. Crim's called one at CT spawn.
Exactly right. And still, with 40 seconds, this is kind of winnable for Nikodos. Sneaking into it. Crimbo hasn't moved. He's still just hanging around down at the bottom of connector. Just trying to see if he could find it. Nikodos, there's the information, but now he's also running a little bit low on the clock here. 26 seconds, getting another spot at it, and now so much time has passed, he's not sure where Keto is, so he's going to make a run for it. He can get here, but caught in the back. He nearly dies right then and there, and they know he can't slow it down. He has to keep going.
When he gets here, he just has to stick the plant, I think. Yeah. I don't know, there's not enough time to take these fights. He's just trying to get the plant. There's no way he wins this round. Yeah, he's not even going to get that. They could even let him survive if they wanted. What a shot! One more would be great.
Find him! Oh my god! Nikodos! No way! He actually did it. He found him in the last 10th of a second of that round.
I can't. That should have been impossible. That should have been. There should have been no way. There should have been no chance with that route.
You could see. You could even see the last player on the big side froze and was like, "That's it. This is a done deal."
Oh my god!
Look at the timer, ladies and gentlemen. 2, 1, and a bit. Holy hell! That's so sick.
How do you recover from that one if you're big? I
don't think you do. That's actually devastating. Well, they crunched the middle. Maybe they could, if they could win this round with just USPs, that actually would add some, hopefully some hype back in the big camp.
Take some sting off it. Well, they're going to get AK-47s. They can actually challenge for this. I'm still speechless. I'm still speechless from the pistol. We have a 2-on-2. Fasha's going to move into the bomb site. He's calling his teammate over, but again, 2 recovered AK-47s. Problem is no armor.
Sisson. Yeah, lack of armor is a big deal. That MAC-10, you see the aim punch already, making life very tricky for Sisson. He just needs an instant headshot. He can't have a long straight fight with any of these rifles. Keto up on the high ground. Molotov is a nice tool to force the fight. He's going to get that one ready for the second, and he nearly got it. It's so close. He had the right idea.
It's the aim punch in both those fights. You see it happen. You see the initial shots and just not able to control it once he's getting tagged with bullets. 12-5. I want to know how much time was left in that round. Are we able to figure that out? Someone's going to figure that out, surely.
We definitely can.
That's so crazy.
I'm sure it must have felt like time slowed down for Nikodos as well in his own head. He's like, it's so close, right? Everything's moving in slow motion at that point.
He had to hit that first bullet.
Yeah. Or it was going to be done.
And look at the pressure this puts on Big now. Like one misplay in a gun round, and Fnatic's there. And they're calling a great play. There's going to be attention taken towards B bomb site. They're going to activate Mezzi to challenge with the MAC-10, show like it's going to be a B contact, a B timing. 3 players ready to pounce out Palace, where there's 1 defender, Keto, back at the ticket booth. And depending on what decision Tapson makes off this pressure, it's everything.
Yeah, and he's happy to sacrifice himself. He's giving it all for the team run. He's finally going to be going down. Oh, and the defense actually holds over at the A site. This is critical. They're going to get the return kill on Tapson, but I like everything about this. But when that defense is looking solid, obviously you can't really, none of the fake works.
I feel like you need to commit 2 players to that B hit if you're going to try and make that work. I think both need to go. That 1 MAC-10 is not going to pull enough away. Not enough footsteps, not enough power to get a kill, not enough power to trade and put the fear in the defense. So Crim's going to do what he can from Palace. Molotov underneath. Nikodos is so low. This is all on Crims. He's got to provide the openings and probably the closing as well.
Yeah, Keto's happy to just re-smoke that and try and look over it. They picked up the bomb at the very least, but running back seems like a horrible idea.
I think saving might be the option.
Yeah, why not? You're going to have 2 AKs to play around with. That actually probably is a way better option. Make the next round hard on Big no matter what. Yeah, but you can see the theory. You can see what kind of plan they had on the Fnatic side. Some teams can be really, really good on the T side of Mirage at manipulating that CT defense and moving it around the map. And I think, generally speaking, those are some of the more fun Mirage games to watch. So it'll be fun to see if they try some more of that.
Now, we kind of touched on this when Fnatic was on the CT side. They played so many rounds with their economy at a breaking point, just on that edge. The fact that Big gets a nice, clean win, and you could see not even considering a chase down at the end with 4 players surviving. They get flushed with cash a little bit early in this CT side. It's going to make things more difficult on Fnatic. They can't apply pressure in the early stages of this half the same way that Big was able to. Full buying around the saved AKs. 3 Deagles on top of the 2 rifles.
Okay. Yeah, so it's still a very, very dangerous round, especially if Big are going to lose this fight in the middle, although they don't even really stick around for it. Looked like they wanted to jump down and be very aggressive, but in the end, they back on out and let Fnatic have a bit of control. Roy flashed through. Smoke is right there. The Deagle not always the best tool with that kind of a spray. When you're up close, ever since the change, it doesn't have the same knockout punch as it used to. He gets the job done, and it's still obviously worth it, but
a little bit cleaner, and he gets away with his life, probably.
Yeah.
Maybe even able to challenge against Searson, have a chance in the fight. However, Deagle for an M4 is a beautiful trade for Fnatic in the early going. They have complete mid control. Big is going to start settling back into a more passive stance, which means information is going to be a problem. However, equally for Fnatic on the attacking side, only 1 smoke on Mezzy.
Yeah, it looks like Fnatic are giving some space for Big if they were going to be aggressive. You can tell they're not, but if they were, then they would have been able to find maybe a little bit of a CT player that's maybe too aggressive, peeking somewhere, and eventually they're going to have to realize that's not coming.
Part of it also is just like, when you have full buys, we see them in the gun rounds, like how many times does Windows get re-smoked, re-Molotoved, how many times is Connector re-smoked? When you don't have those tools, it's a little bit slower going.
This kind of position here for Keto, people have to remember the box that's in front of him is paper thin. It's actually hollow on the inside, so you can shoot through this box with a Glock, the one that's to his right-hand side. Always really scary when you're back here, because there is no cover behind you. It looks like you're in safety, but you're absolutely not. Oh, that's the bomb drop, but nice return from Mezzy. They only have 10 seconds. He spotted both of them, though, so Crims is going to know where they are, and at least they're going to be able to get the bomb plant down. There is a Molotov right here, and Nikodos not even needed the Molotov, just going to go get the kill, and that's it. Sin, they should never allow him to get 3 fights in this one. All they have to do is kind of fall back and play for time. He does have a kit, but no smoke. He's going to find one right there, and he's getting flanked immediately. It's Crims to defuse the situation, and a 13th round for Fnatic.
Yeah, that's huge. That's huge, but by virtue of Big being able to have a clean round previously, they've still got money to spend if they want to go for it. This is a very dangerous lead. This is a tough decision to make if you're Big. Do you force buy here, and the map basically hangs on the buy, or do you save one more and kind of play for a massive comeback? Really tough decision to make, and a great round from Fnatic, but I think this is misplayed a little bit by Big. So passive for that entire round. So passive. No challenge. The first information you're getting is when they're challenging from bench towards Underdark. Until then, you have no idea what's happening on the map.
Yeah, it can't be the case that they step foot on the A-bomb side, and that's when you make the call. You're like, oh, it's
they're ready. Yeah. Your B guys are like, great, thank you.
That's rough.
I would have liked to know that 10 seconds ago.
13-6.
7-round lead. Big go for the latter decision. They play for the comeback. They play for a massive comeback.
Ooh. All right. Well, we got the storylines all shaped up now. We know what it would have to take for Big to do this. They need the rifles, and then they need to go on a god tier run to try and get back into this stringing rounds together. So far, that's a very tricky, though. Good shots with the Deagle. Well done.
Both these teams have won like really head-scratching rounds with Deagles where it's just like, here's a fight. I think part of it, too, is both these teams are kind of in the bottom echelon in terms of trading kills.
Yeah, that's true.
That's part of the problem when you're in a round like this, going up against Deagles, against pistols that are taking these fights.
Yeah, I didn't really think about that, but you're right. A lot of them are just the single kills, and there's no real follow-up, and then another one happens, and suddenly it's a 3-on-5. You're like, oh, okay. Looks like a way more winnable round. Searson is smoked off, and they're going to boost. This would be a nice way to find another kill. Boost on top. Needs the headshot. Misses a couple of them. That's a shame.
That's information. That's 2 players on catwalk. What does Fnatic want to do with it? They actually back away from middle. Roy and Mezzy going back up the ramp. Krim's going to go towards the underpass, and Foster's going to get passive towards a ramp.
They're probably expecting those 2 players, exactly like they did, rotate back really quickly. So it looks like, yeah, they're going to bring the bomb back to B. It's a great call right now.
Yeah, for the moment. Question is, what does Fasher do? He's using a little bit of utility at A ramp, but Keto's aggressive, so he knows there's absolutely nobody. They might even hear the footsteps, and yeah, look at two players, Searson and Sin. They're already rotating over towards the B bomb site. So is Crimbo. Timer on this. They've got to get in. They've got to get in efficiently. And one more Deagle kill from Sin. There's Crims.
Yeah, they do it again. It's not that far off, but Crims accurate with the AK. And now that flank is slowly getting there. But they go. Oh, Keto taking down Fashar. Hold on. If there's a way back, if they can get this round, remember this is a save. This is all set up for the next round. If they can get it early, that would be something. Searson's going to get one, but Messi quick on the return and jumping up to take a look. It's just a USP on the other side. Crimbo, surely there's a better weapon somewhere on the ground for him to find. He needs this kill really quickly. That bomb is planted. He does not have a kit, obviously, and he's close. I don't think you win this fight right here. Does get the dink, and that's a good shot, but it is not enough. 14-6, an expensive round for Fnatic, but also a step closer to winning this series and booking a spot in the champion stage. 2 rounds from doing that. That would be a historic day for the Fnatic organization, obviously.
And I mean, what a poetic story to have Crims leading the way, 26-12 on potentially deciding map for Fnatic. A long-standing member of this Fnatic organization. Made his name, built his career in this organization.
Carrying on the torch of the LGB lineup. From
yeah,
a long time ago.
Going way back.
Searson here now with the AWP. Not that many nades on the CT side, but enough to make it interesting. Oh, flash through. This time it's not a Deagle. Roy comes around the corner and takes down Tabson, and Searson's feeling the pressure. They come out in front of him. Oh, devastating hit towards the bomb site. They sweep the entire site. And taking no hostages here. 1 versus 3 for Crimbo to try and stop this series point from Fnatic.
I think he almost has to go for it, too.
Sure.
Like, at this stage, surely.
I mean, you saved for this round. You're not going to have anyone in the next round, so it's not going to get better. Even a 1 versus 3, it's hard to win, but...
What a great change of pace. What a great call from Mezzi. That is perfectly timed, perfectly execute. Every single fight set up another prong of that attack to be impactful, and Crimbo's just going to back off.
Yeah, for Searson falling back from the connector fight into the palace, where he gets sort of shot in the legs, and then they just come through the smoke in front of him. There's absolutely nothing that he could do. 15-6, and Fnatic have shown up. They've turned up to play today. Interestingly enough, it was harder for them on Overpass, which is the map that they picked. This Mirage game has looked very cool.
Yeah, it's been awesome. Mao even put out a tweet earlier that he thought Fnatic would be the team that won the veto, and with that punish pick on Overpass, now here on Mirage, it's funnily enough, their punish pick almost wasn't even this clean. They're playing a very good game on Mirage right now against Big.
Crims with 27 kills. He wants back to that champion stage. Keto taking the early one on this. Oh, nice flick to drop him. And they're going to pick up the bomb. Still plenty of time to figure out where they want to go, but this 4-on-4 is so uncomfortable. Look at the nades on the big side. They have nothing to work with.
They actually have no one in the A bomb site right now either after that kill. Roy just staying at top mid. He might have a chance. Timing is everything because Big's popping off a mid-round retake in the window. Oh, he can't connect it. He spotted probably 3. Probably 3. He's probably calling out to his team right now. And Fnatic, oh, they don't pounce on it. He called at least 2.
Yeah, you would have assumed that maybe they want to go a little bit quicker on that one. We'll see if it works out for them, but slowing it down sometimes is not the answer. Now they're back in a little bit more of a position. Tabson trying to get there as well. Yeah, it's going to be doubling up. Searson with the scout very low, and yeah, they pick up that M4 that was lost by Keto earlier. 45 seconds, and a long, long break here for Fnatic.
Yeah, I'm very surprised they didn't take a little bit more space towards the A bomb site.
Especially because they had smokes and Molotov. Like, they could have smoked it off and just kind of and went for it. But maybe they obviously didn't feel comfortable. Now, if they Molotov this position that Tabson is in, that could be kind of devastating. Searson with the scout, nice headshot. Doesn't matter if he has an AWP on the other side, we need a shot like that. Going to be a deeper Molotov, and there's the second one going down. So Tabson forced into it. Great grenade usage, but they're still going to be down to just Mezzi in a 1 versus 3. In a 14-second round here, I don't think, yeah, he's going to be backing up. There's no reason to give up anything more.
Salvages the AWP. That's a nice find, but there's no bonus money built up. There's no losing bonus for Fnatic, so they're only going to get 1,400. Not a whole lot to play with into the next round. But some toys perhaps to bring around the AWP. Nikodas can drop an AK-47 back to Mezzi. Roy could get a Galil if he wanted. Fasher and Crims maybe having to drop down to pistols for utility purposes.
You've got to say as well, probably if you replay this round, Roy probably actually gets 1 or 2 kills in the middle, and the round is almost over at that point in time. So they were giving him a second chance almost here, big by the fact that Roy was fumbling around with the AK just a little bit there. 7-15. They need 8 in a row. There's no evidence currently in this game that they're going to be able to do that big. This would have to come almost out of nowhere. Fnatic are in control of this game in such a ridiculous way. Oh, Searson. Yeah, why not? Trying to even catch somebody off guard when Messi is ready. I can't believe it. That's such a quick push. Maybe the smoke in the middle alerted them to something. Nikodos on the kill on Tabson. 2 stunning opening kills going the way of Fnatic. It's Keto now defending the bomb side, but again, he's just boxed in. And Nikodos is not afraid to peek him either. Crimbo and Sin in a 2-on-3, and Crims is hearing the footsteps. He knows everything. Tech Knight creeping up behind, and he's going to land a headshot. There's 28 kills on him. Sin on his own, and he's got to be worried. He almost walked into the shot right then and there. He's got no health, no teammates, trying to hold on to this map as best as he can. Nice try at the nade, but again, Fnatic call for the break and the slowdown, giving him time to sweat. How do you know where to go?
The hard thing is Fnatic, the players are so spread apart. One player in middle, one at the A ramp, which is preventing them from actually committing themselves here. There's a chance for Sin.
Oh, Messi's got the read. He knows he's already pre-aiming it. It's the right call! It's 16-7, and it's Fnatic back in the champion stage. Absolutely historic day for this team, no doubt.
Yeah, they haven't made top 16 at a major since the...